Hello, Rama Rama Pupodu. Hope all are in good health, feeling great, wonderful, having a happy and peaceful life. Now let's continue with the next story. I have to be left alone. I have no interest in the affairs of Madras and seek nothing more than to follow my spiritual path. The police officer was quite satisfied that the man was a genuine fakir of a superior type, so he withdrew after promising protection against the hooligans. He recognized the name of Marakayar as being that of a famous Muhammadan fakir who had recently died. Out of evil come good, runs the old proverb. The upshot of this unpleasant affair was that the presence of the recluse became known to a wealthy and pious citizen of Madras. The latter endeavored to tempt him into the city with the lure of residence in a fine house, but the hermit would not disobey his master's instructions. In the end, the newly found patron had to build a stone and timber bungalow near the ground which the yogi refused to leave. The latter consented to occupy it, and as it was properly roofed, he was thenceforth adequately protected against the inclemencies of changing seasons. His patron also appointed a personal attendant for the yogi. It was now no longer necessary for the latter to beg, as all his food was brought to him by the attendant. Whether his master, Marakayar, had foreseen such a pleasant consequence of an unpleasant experience or not, it remained that the last condition of his pupil was much better than the first. I learned that the sage who never speaks had not even one pupil. He seeks none and accepts none. He is one of those solitaries who prefer to live in isolation in order to achieve their own spiritual liberation. If there is any value in the latter, when their attitude is apparently a selfish one, judged by our Western lights, and yet, when one remembers the sage's profound considerateness towards the drunkard and his refusal to retaliate against the young hooligans, one wonders whether he can be so very selfish after all. Accompanied by two other persons, I make my second attempt to interview the sage who never speaks. One is my interpreter, while the second man is none other than the yogi who has taught me so much, Brahma, the Adyar anchorite, as I affectionately call him. Brahma never cares to enter the city, but when I make known the object of my visit and desire him to accompany me, he agrees without demur. At the compound, we meet another visitor who has left a large car on the roadside and walked across the fields to the same objective. He, too, is desirous of seeing the silent sage. He tells me during the brief conversation that he is a brother of the Queen of Gadwal, a small state which is tributary to the Nizam of Hyderabad. He informs me that he also is a patron of the sage, inasmuch as he insists on making a regular contribution towards the cost of maintaining the shelter. He has come on a brief visit to Madras, but cannot leave the town without paying his respects to the sage and perchance receiving his blessings. What the latter is worth, I learn from a story which the visitor narrates. A lady at the court of Gadwal has a child who suffered from some dread ailment. But some odd coincidence, she hears of the existence of the sage who never speaks. Such is her anxiety that she journeys to Madras and begs the hermit to grant his blessings and heal the little boy. The blessing is given, and from that date, the child makes a marvelous recovery. That's all, folks. Let's continue in the next chapter. Thank you. Bye bye. Rama Rama Pupote.